Good morning, this is the Paradise Unicorn Priestess bringing you day 118 of A Course in Miracles, the Yin translation, where we use female words. This would be April 28th if you're starting at the new year, and happy birthday to me. Sharing perception with the Holy Spirit. What do you want? Light or darkness? Knowledge or ignorance are yours, but not both. Opposites must be brought together, not kept apart. For their separation is only in your mind, and they are reconciled by union, as you are. In union, everything that is not real must disappear. For truth is union. As darkness disappears into light, so ignorance fades away when knowledge dawns. Perception is the medium by which ignorance is brought to knowledge. Yet the perception must be without deceit, for otherwise it becomes the messenger of ignorance rather than a helper in the search for truth. The search for truth is but the honest searching out of everything that interferes with truth. Truth is. It can neither be lost, nor sought, nor found. It is there, wherever you are, being within you. Yet it can be recognized or unrecognized, real or false to you. If you hide it, it becomes unreal to you because you hid it and surrounded it with fear. Under each cornerstone of fear on which you have erected your insane system of belief, the truth lies hidden. Yet you cannot know this, for by hiding truth in fear, you see no reason to believe that the more you look at fear, the less you see it, and the clearer what it conceals becomes. It is not possible to convince the unknowing that they know. From their point of view, it is not true. Yet it is true because God knows it. These are clearly opposite viewpoints on what the unknowing are. To God, unknowing is impossible. It is therefore not a point of view at all, but merely a belief in something that does not exist. It is only this belief that the unknowing have, and by it, they are wrong about themselves. They have defined themselves as they were not created. Their creation was not a point of view, but rather a certainty. Uncertainty brought to certainty does not retain any conviction of reality. Our emphasis has been on bringing what is undesirable to the desirable. What you do not want to what you do. You will realize that salvation must come to you this way if you consider what dissociation is. Dissociation is a distorted process of thinking whereby two systems of belief which cannot coexist are both maintained. If they are brought together, their joint acceptance becomes impossible. But if one is kept in darkness from the other, their separation seems to keep them both alive and equal in their reality. Their joining thus becomes the source of fear, for if they meet, acceptance must be withdrawn from one of them. You cannot have them both, for each denies the other. Apart, this fact is lost from sight. For each in a separate place can be endowed with firm belief. Bring them together, and the fact of their complete incompatibility is instantly apparent. One will go because the other is seen in the same place. Light cannot enter darkness when a mind believes in darkness and will not let it go. Truth does not struggle against ignorance, and love does not attack fear. What needs no protection does not defend itself. Defense is of your making. God knows it not. The Holy Spirit uses defenses on behalf of truth only because you made them against it. Her perception of them, according to her purpose, merely changes them into a call for what you have attacked with them. Defenses, like everything you made, must be gently turned to your own good, translated by the Holy Spirit from means of self-destruction to means of preservation and release. Her task is mighty, but the power of God is with her. Therefore, to her it is so easy that it was accomplished the instant it was given her for you. Do not delay in your return to peace by wondering how she can fulfill what God has given her to do. Leave that to her who knows. You are not asked to do mighty tasks yourself. You are merely asked to do this little she suggests you do, trusting her only to the small extent of believing that if she asks it, you can do it. You will see how easily all she asks can be accomplished. The Holy Spirit asks of you but this: bring to her every secret you have locked away from her. Open every door to her, and bid her enter the darkness and lighten it away. At your request she enters gladly. She brings the light to darkness if you make the darkness open to her. But what you hide she cannot look upon. She sees for you, and unless you look with her she cannot see. The vision of Christ is not for her alone, but for her with you. Bring, therefore, all your dark and secret thoughts to her, and look upon them with her. She holds the light, and you the darkness. They cannot coexist. When both of you together look on them, her judgment must prevail, and she will give it to you as you join your perception to hers. Joining with her in seeing is the way in which you learn to share with her the interpretation of perception that leads to knowledge. You cannot see alone. Sharing perception with her whom God has given you teaches you how to recognize what you see. It is the recognition that nothing you see means anything alone. Seeing it with her will show you that all meaning, including yours, comes not from double vision, but from the gentle fusing of everything into one meaning, one emotion, and one purpose. God has one purpose which she shares with you. The single vision which the Holy Spirit offers you will bring this oneness to your mind with clarity and brightness so intense you could not wish for all the world not to accept what God would have you have. Behold your will, accepting it as hers, with all her love as yours, all honor to you through her, and through her unto God. I'm not sure how related it is to today's lesson, but I enjoyed so much hearing of the experience of a lady who has known pretty much all her life that she is psychic and is able to speak to those who are no longer incarnated. She had a very awful, very painful experience in her youth that was still very painful for her and had just become part of her identity and who she is, unimaginable to be without it. In working with a case of a child who had been found dead and seemingly murdered, this child who wanted to be sure that whoever solved her case understood that what happened was an accident, that every part of it was made of love, and did not want anyone to be hurt from the discovery of what happened, gave the psychic an experience of forgiveness, where spontaneously she was filled with love for the one who hurt her the most. And she spoke of now how every day she wakes and she doesn't just want to forgive this person. Rather, she, without effort, without trying, it just flows from her like a fountain. She desires only wonderful things for the one who hurt her. She feels understanding for the perspective of the one who hurt her, and she wishes for them release from every punishment. She says it is as effortless to feel this love for the one who hurt her as it is effortless for her to feel love for her beloved animal companion. This is not something she made happen. Rather, this is a miracle. And it reminded me how, as I work with A Course in Miracles, I come to the conclusion that true forgiveness is it's not something we can do by ourselves. It is always something that comes as a gift from God, but it comes because we opened ourselves to the possibility of it. We were willing to lay down our resistance to it and ask for it genuinely. And we need help. In order to go home, we need to come to the place where we are joyfully asking for help from the divine, because we see that it is only in partnership with it that we succeed. Oh, and one other thing about the psychic lady who had this miraculous experience of forgiveness. Since it happened, people have been responding to her differently, as though they can see this beautiful light emanating from her. Just this beautiful response to her as she is radiating love. And not only that, she herself is so happy every day, this burden having been lifted from her. A Course in Miracles teaches that we expend great effort in continuing to be in a state that is not in alignment with the divine, that it's like a swimmer fighting against a current, swimming so hard, pushing, and just exhausting and wearying the self. And this idea that letting that go is joy. And it was really neat hearing this person's experience, how much effortless joy she was having every single day because of this miracle of forgiveness. Really beautiful. All right, lesson 118. Review of lessons 105 through 106. For morning and evening review, 105. God's peace and joy are mine. Today I will accept God's peace and joy in glad exchange for all the substitutes that I have made for happiness and peace. 106. Let me be still and listen to the truth. Let my own feeble voice be still, and let me hear the mighty voice. For truth itself, assure me that I am God's perfect child. On the hour, God's peace and joy are mine. On the half hour, let me be still and listen to the truth. And that's it. Happy practicing.